I'm going to start off again apologizing for the rantiness and disorganizedness of this tutorial. This is very advanced stuff. I have no idea how to make it simple yet because I don't fully understand it to that point. I'm going to do the best I can, and for the people who want to learn how to do this stuff, hopefully this helps. I'm going to show you how I make custom HoS on steroids profiles pretty easily. Let's think, and speak of the devil himself, there's Leftos. So HoS on steroids, if you don't know, is a great tool made by this man, who is now a 2K developer, and it is a gift. Go away. That just keeps on giving. This thing is amazing. This is actually crowd data right here, if you saw the previous video, and it is actually translating what we see here. This is crowd data right here, and their positioning data, and putting it individual form, a visual format that I can copy out and paste into Excel or OpenOffice and edit. It is amazingness, but to get to this point where it's editable, where I can do stuff like the NBA Street Volume 2 roster editor and stuff, it's kind of difficult to get the data manipulated enough in the program so you can display it like this. So I'm going to try to show you how I did that. So all the profiles you see here are located in your Documents, HoS on Steroids, Profiles folder. So as you can see, oops. Oh, come on now. As you can see, this lines up with what we see here. So I go into the crowd one. I see all these profiles right here. And let's just take the Rucker Park one. Right click, open, and we're going to go ahead and open it with Notepad. As you can see here, all of this is pretty beautiful, and we can edit this as we want to and save it, and the program will have no problem recognizing it. Now if you want to make a custom profile in the program, this is kind of what you get. You kind of just plug in values here, and you know, you get it to work. What I needed to do is have a profile set up like this. And hand typing this in, because you can't copy paste in here, is a big pain in the ass. And this is no fault of Leftos. He did a great thing with this. It's just, it's not easy. So I tried to make it a little bit easier. So let's do this crowd data one together. Let's scroll up a little bit. So as you can see here, we have a couple of zeros here, and then we have the formatting really begin here. So I know that this point right here is where the crowd data starts. So what I need to do is find the point in which this crowd data starts in decimal form. So right now I know it starts at DDO. So DDO is here. That's where the beginning of it. And actually I'll just create a notepad and say DDO beginning. I know that I want 1, 2, 3, 4 values to be exported. So these 4 values. And I know that they're going to be an int 16. So this is all stuff that you need to figure out before you start doing this, either through research with HoS on steroids or just with hex editing. So I want to have these 4 values come out. 4 values, int 16, 2 bytes each. And then when I'm done, I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and move 8 bytes down to the next one. So I'm going to have a gap of 8 bytes. Byte gap. Now HoS on steroids, like most, and the last thing is, scroll down, and you need to find the end of your data. Oops, one more up. Right here is the end of the data. This is the last value we're going to read, and it is located at 3B26. So we'll just make note of that. 3B26. End. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is change these over from hex to decimal offsets. And the easiest way to do this, I found, is to load up calc. Or not calc, calculator. And as you can see, if you know this is a standard calculator, go to programmer, beautiful. So I can just type in DDO and then click decimal, and it gives me the decimal offset. So 3536. And if I go back and clear this out, I go to 3B26 decimal, and there we go, 15.124.142. So I'm going to load up calc and then I'm going to load up this, and we can see how this is kind of formatted. It starts with range, and then an offset, hi Leftos, and then another offset, the end offset, excuse me, what type, and then what name you want to give it, and then how many bytes there is, and then it goes to the next one, onto the next one, onto the next one. So since I've already done this, let's go all the way up to the top, copy this, and let's format it so it can go into Calc OK. So go to Notepad, paste this, get a tab over here, cut it, and we're going to do a find replace. We're going to replace it with a tab, and we're going to find this $, semicolon, $sign that he's using. Replace all. Now we can copy and paste this right into Calc. So now I can actually edit this how I want to. See, this in the actual if file, this is the offset I want to use. That's not the case here. The offset I want to use is 3536. So I can paste that in, and I want it to end, what is it, 8 bytes later. So 3540, no, 8 bytes, 44. And then I want to go there, and I want to go plus 16 bytes from this one for the next one to start. So 3552 is plus 16, and it's going to be the same, plus 8 from that. So that would become 3560. And then I can just go through and drag this all the way down. Now you might ask, or might wonder, how do I know when to stop? See how that number is counting right there? I don't know if I can get close to it. See that number right there? How it's counting up? That tells you where to stop. And just so happens, since I've already done this, if I load up my Notepad file, whoops, and we already found the end of it, 15142, 15144. So this is just past where we want to go. That's perfect. So we go up. We can select all this data again, copy it, go back. Okay, go back into Notepad, paste this in with the new offsets, go to find replace again, and instead of doing it this way, we're going to do the other way, find the tabs and switch it over. Go down, copy this, go back to the profile we had created, and paste it in over this data here. And then I can go ahead and press save. And we can open up the profile list and load up this profile, and we can go ahead and open, put it on the desktop I believe, and I forget what I called it. Crowd data data. Open up HoS on steroids again. Crowd da 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 da. And there it is. And now we have all of our data from the exported crowd data nice and editable and ready for us. So what I did right there was I just converted what I usually have for an if file over to just the exported file itself for the crowd data. Like I said, this is advanced crap. This isn't easy to edit. Maybe if I learn some programming skills I can make this easier, but for the time being, that's how you edit crowd data. You can edit it here, you press save in HoS on steroids, and you're done. So I hope for the 2 people that could understand me throughout all that, I hope this helps. And for the rest of you who suffered through the last 10 minutes or whatever, how long it's been of this, I apologize, but it's not easy. So take care. I hope this helps. Bye-bye.